All right, we are getting back on the lake today. Was up earlier this week on Tuesday. It's New Year's Eve. Tuesday, I was upstate with my brother ice fishing, and now we got some really warm weather moved in. I'm sure upstate ice is probably still safe, but I guarantee it's slushy, sloppy mess by now. But uh, luckily for me, it's been warm enough, and we only got some skim ice, maybe 2 inches on some of the shallower backwaters in the lake I'm heading to today. So hopefully that should all be gone. Get in there, do a little fishing, hopefully get some big crappies, and get right back to action. I think we're gonna have open water for another 2 weeks at least at this point, the way the weather looks. So what I got to do before I go out is reinstall my live scope. I kind of do like a semi-permanent installation on my boat, and then when the ice season comes, I pull it out, I actually just got a caddy, so I got everything set up this year for fishing on the ice with the live scope. And I wanted to try and make a video up there, but we went to a brand new lake. I've never been there, never fished it. Only time I heard people catching crappies was through was open water. So we went up there hoping to make a video, but we got a few small crappies and just nothing really was going on. It was not a productive trip. So we actually left that lake and went to another one that have fished before through the ice, and we only had maybe 2 hours there, but we got some nice perch, one nice crappie, some big bluegills. Honestly, I wish we would have just went there to start. Could have probably made a nice little video, but I'll definitely be back up there and get some ice fishing footage. But yeah, so right now I'm gonna reinstall the live scope. So as you can see, right now my boat's kind of, again, a mess. So that's it. I'm gonna speed this all up, probably throw it in the end of the video in case anybody actually wants to see that, but total elapsed time is 36 minutes, so a little longer than it took me to uninstall it when I was putting it in with my ice gear. But all in all, not bad. I mean, 36 minutes. I still got about 15 minutes till the sun pops up, so we're gonna head out, try and get out to the lake as soon as possible here. So hopefully we do well. We'll see. Okay, on the water. It is really foggy, and because we had some ice in here, the state pulled the docks, so that was fun trying to get in here by myself, but made it out. And I am doing about 2 miles an hour right now because you can't see more than maybe 50 feet, and there was actually chunks of sheet ice floating around in the marina, which you know, a little crazy, but hey, we're out here. It's actually warm for Pennsylvania. We're supposed to get into the 50s today, so I'm hoping some of this fog will burn off a little bit. But I am putting out to my spot here. I'm hoping, I think duck season's closed, but there might be a goose season open. I was just trying to look it up on my phone because I feel like there's a few too many boat trailers in the parking lot for this to be all fishermen right now with the conditions out here. But I don't know how the heck you'd be goose hunting, duck hunting. I mean, you can't see a damn thing, so yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna slow roll up into this spot here and see what we got going on. Water is 35 degrees, so these fish might not even be in the same spot that they were last time I was out. And I've never fished the lake. I've never fished here this time of the year. It's just we either have ice or or it's open but we got windy, nasty conditions. There's no wind out here today, which is perfect. Despite the fog, I think we can still get where we need to go and hopefully get on some fish, and with any luck not running any goose hunters or duck hunters and, you know, mess up anybody's day or whatever. So catch you in a few minutes when we're out on the spot. That's how you know you're kind of crazy. We're out driving through this kind of stuff. See some sheet ice coming up. You're banging off the boat. Got one finally. Not a big one. Not a big one. But we got one to go. Oh, and he's off. There we go. Not very big. But he ate. Just a little guy. It feels a little bit bigger. That's a decent fish there. You can see that, but it's all sheet ice, all broken up here, dragging my jig through a bunch of ice. See if right before I gotta leave here, see if I can find a few fish just roaming, because they do not seem to be holding any kind of structure anymore, at least not the big ones. Another little one. Well, I think it's time to call it a day.
today. Was not a great trip, but managed to catch a few fish, all pretty small. Once again, dodging hunters. There's no duck season open right now, but Pennsylvania now has a resident population goose hunting season. So the lake was pretty loaded, and to be honest with you, I don't know, maybe it's better for them hunting in this kind of fog because geese don't see them until they're right there, but I don't know how they're seeing anything. And I pulled into one of my favorite spots and kind of shouted out a little bit, maybe, you know, say, hey, anybody in here hunting? Nothing, no response. So I got to fishing, and then about half an hour later, a couple of shots go off a few hundred yards from where I'm fishing. The fog was really, really bad. You couldn't see much more than maybe 50, 60 feet, so I didn't see anybody. I tried shouting, hoping, you know, if somebody was there, they would respond. They should have definitely been able to hear me, so I'm not really sure what the deal with that was, but yeah, so couldn't really fish where I wanted to. I tried to bounce around a little bit, managed to catch a few small ones. I did get to fish one of my usual spots, and nothing but little fish, so I don't know. I mean, the water's 34 to 36 degrees. It's pretty crazy, honestly. We had sheet ice moving around on the lake. I think I got some footage of that, chopping through that this morning. But yeah, all in all, tough day of fishing. I've never fished this lake for crappies through the ice or when it's this cold, so I'm sure they're probably pushed off into a deeper basin by now. I did see some nice sized fish kind of roaming around, so I don't know if they're just off the structure for good now, if they're going to use that at all. As the water gets colder, we get ice, because I would like to come here and ice fish and catch some of these big jumbo crappies through the ice, but I did not see what I was hoping to see, and that's fish still hugging structure in you know, the usual fall, early winter spots. But it's okay, we got a few fish. I didn't get shot, and made it back in one piece, so take what you get some days. But I'm gonna pop the Dakota lithium battery back in, which, let's see if I can show you what I got here. It's pretty easy setup here. It's just a couple pieces of wood put in there with sheet metal screws, and then the live scope box is going to go in there as well. But I'm just going to stick you guys back on the rail here and get to work. When I installed this, or I should say when I uninstalled this, I ran ropes back through where I pulled the wires. That way when I do come back, it's a nice easy fix. I just tape up the wires. Really is all I got to do now, because I just got a live scope ice power cord that's made for the EcoMap chart plotters and the black box, and it's about maybe, I don't know, 3 feet long, versus this 6-foot power cable and the network cable and everything else you gotta tow around there. It's just a lot of wires to have in a caddy or any situation. But so we're gonna tape this up, pull it through. Once that's through, I can pull the live scope transducer cable back through,
plug it all in, and that's pretty much it. It's really not a difficult process for reinstalling, I should say, or removing it. Really didn't take very much to remove this thing and get it into my ice fishing setup, which is pretty nice. I like being able to use it for both and transition like that.